So, you might have seen Ethan Klein just like randomly doxing a guy who left a mean comment on Hila Klein's Instagram. Yep, that happened. The H3H3 podcast is literally dedicated an old man who I don't even know why he's famous at this point, doing nothing but complaining that people don't like him on the internet, doxing random people on the internet who don't like him. It is pretty interesting if I do say so myself. Like, what the fuck is going on there? He has like a whole podcast like with like the crew of like a crew the size of like your average radio show or bigger, to be honest. And they all just like sit there like working for him and enabling him as he doxes people and just complains that people don't like him on the fucking internet. So let's take a look at this. The context of this is that Hila Klein tattooed herself with a blue Star of David. Now, you have to understand, in the Jewish religion, you cannot get tattoos at all, let alone tattoos of actual religious iconography. So this is not a religious act. It's explicitly like forbidden. So this is an act, a pure racial supremacist symbol, what she tattooed. I should bring up a picture of it. Matching tattoo with her Zionist sister-in-law. This tattoo is a symbol of racial supremacy, particularly because it's blue. It being blue is obviously a specific reference to Israel. This is someone who is not at all religious, never has been religious, tattooing themselves with a symbol of racial supremacy. It's obvious from the context that that's what this is. It's obvious why she's doing it now. Why? Well, let's see. As the army of the so-called Jewish state does genocide and carves stars of David into the salted fields of Gaza, as they graffiti stars of David onto the buildings that they destroy, as they brand stars of David onto the faces of their genocide victims, someone tattooing a blue Star of David in this context is doing it purely in an expression of their racial supremacist genocidal ideology. This is no different than tattooing a swastika on your forehead in this context. There is no such thing as a religious Star of David tattoo. It is incredibly uncommon for non-religious Jews to use the Star of David except in an ethno-nationalist context, and it's even worse to do so now, of all times. It's obvious why she's doing it. This is someone doing the equivalent of tattooing themselves with a swastika and then falling back on, well, it's my heritage, because they had like a Buddhist grandpa. And we need to stop pretending that Jewish symbols are like especially sacred or something, because to her it's clearly not sacred, because it's literally forbidden in the Jewish religion to tattoo yourself, let alone with like a fucking religious symbol. The Star of David was turned into ethno-nationalist iconography by Israel. It's either used in two contexts by Jews. One, a religious context. Two, an ethno-nationalist context. This is the second one. And you know, while you might be able to believe that someone got a Star of David in like a more neutral, non-religious context tattoo or something, or, you know, use the symbol previously in that context, this is her doing it after spending a year and a half being criticized for being a Zionist IDF terrorist during the Gaza genocide. This is an express endorsement of Israeli racial genocide. It's the only way to look at it. And that's the context here. So someone left a comment on her photo of this on Instagram.
Man, I'm being obsessed with you guys when you only had 15K subs. Glad that's behind me. Enjoy hell. This guy's for real. Joe Coop. Look this guy up. Enjoy hell.
Look this guy up. What did he say? I used to be obsessed with you guys, and I'm glad that's behind me. You're going to hell. Go to hell. I mean, okay, great. Nothing wrong with that. You know, he's insulting you and saying go to hell. Something that people commonly fucking say to people they don't like. Nothing even remotely worthy of like doxing or like, you know, singling him out for harassment. But what Ethan does immediately is say, Joe Coop, look him up. He literally gives a command to his audience of sycophants. Look him up. Look him up. He sees a negative comment on Instagram. And notice it's a comment on his wife's Instagram too. This is what I've been saying. Ethan's wife has him by the fucking balls. Everything that he does is dictated by her. He especially gets angry when he sees someone like attack him or her in relation to like his relationship to her or just her in general. Like, my wife is being attacked. Oh my God, I better fucking defend her immediately in public so that she knows that I will never not cater to her every whim. I will never ever go against her. I will never say, come on, this is not that bad. It's just a guy leaving a negative comment on a fucking tattoo. His reaction. Let's continue. Let's see.
He said, enjoy hell.
Yeah, no, I mean, they think I'm actually the devil.
I feel like this one's real. We caught you, Joe.
You caught him what? And he said enjoy hell? what's the like implication there? Like trying to imply that saying enjoy hell is anti-Semitic. These people just fucking stretch all the time, don't they?
Public facing account.
Joe.
Public facing account.
You wanted to be cute? Let's see it. Nice mustache. Strong entry. Not exactly the Esteban, but halfway there.
He's not. Oh yeah.
Yes, he's a real guy.
He's not showing up for me.
So this is Joe Coop. He left a message on Hila's start.
Like, what else can this possibly be aside from him trying to get people to like go and attack this guy?
David Tattoo. He said, I'm glad that...
By the way, this guy and his community have spent months claiming that I am like a psychotic doxer. And then he does this on his fucking podcast. This is a podcast? What is this podcast about? Again, I said it in my last response to Ethan Klein. This podcast is not about anything except Ethan just fucking complaining that people give him negative comments and criticize him. And his response to that is like, this is this guy's real name. Here's his address. Do with that what you will. How dare you say enjoy hell to fucking the racial supremacist Hila Klein?
Phases behind me. Enjoy hell. Joe Coop said. Let's start David. Here he is. If anyone, let's see if I know. Can I identify?
Let's see if I can identify him. He just fucking said that. And then he starts scrolling through his Instagram saying, let's see if I can find his family members. Let's see if I can find out where he lives.
Oh shit, that weenie truck he's in front of, that's in Dearborn.
And then fucking capo AB, I don't know what's his name, Abdul? I'm gonna go with Abdul. What the fuck else could AB mean? AB Ayad, Abdul Ayad. I'm gonna guess that's what his name is. This fucking capo who's paid to enable this shit is like, oh yeah, I know where that is. He lives in Dearborn. That's where he lives. If you want to find this guy, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, that's where he lives. As Ethan Klein brings up like pictures of this guy's house and his family, he's like, oh yeah, I know where that is. Just in case you guys want to track him down and find him. Literally, like, this is the definition of a fucking house slave. I've never seen a better example of like all of these negative terms regarding collaborators. We should make John Aziz like the new like Uncle Tom. We should make it like the new capo. This is a John Aziz. John Aziz us motherfucker. We need to make that a thing. John Aziz's cabin.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Dearborn owns the Oscar Mayer truck?
It's at the Henry Ford Museum. Yeah, they also have the...
Wait,
Oh, by the way, he's at this museum.
doesn't travel around?
Yeah, I thought I tried.
I mean, it used to in like the 60s, unless there's multiple.
Which one's Joe? Let's see.
Finds a picture of his family.
I think it's this guy.
No.
Brings it up like on the fucking live stream in front of like thousands of people. I'd say tens of thousands, but that would be too flattering for them. I don't think they get that many views.
Joe
Doesn't
Coop.
look anything like him.
No, no, it is.
Sniff,
Here, let me
sniff,
show you.
sniff.
That's him.
Oh.
Right.
That's him right there. Trust me, when I see an anti-Semite, I know I can spot him.
Wow.
Spot him
Wow. This guy is such a like self-victimizing little bitch. Jesus.
from a crowd.
That's him. So I
Like the crew just sits there and enables this. They participate in it as well. None of them even think to tell him that this is probably a bad idea. Go to this and report it. Go to this and report it. This has to be against like YouTube rules. There's no way this is not targeted harassment. Timestamp 36 minutes, 14 seconds in the video. Now I'm not logged in, but I will tell to YouTube. But I will tell you how you can report this. I don't know where you guys got the idea that doxing is illegal. No, it's fucking not. Otherwise, every single journalist breaks the law like twice a month. There's nothing illegal about like saying this is this person's name, this is this person's family, but it is against the YouTube TOS to do that and be like, everyone go attack this guy as he did. It's targeted harassment. So to report this, go to the report option down here in the bottom right, these three dots, and you click report. Then you go to harassment or bullying. This is harassing someone else. Click next, put in the timestamp 36:14, and you write the host brings up someone's personal Instagram account on stream and encourages people to target this person for harassment, even bringing up photos of his family and implying people should contact them. They also explicitly state where they believe this person lives so that their fans can target them in real life. And then you press report. That's how you report this. I haven't finished watching. Does it get worse? Does he pull up the profile of the guy's mom? Let's see.
don't know if you guys all know that, but your friend Joe here actually is a fucking giant racist piece of shit. And like he likes to tell Jewish people they're going to hell on Instagram on his public profile.
He tells Jew, this guy is such a little victim. He's the perfect Israeli. He's really adapted to the culture. She's Jewish. You can't tell her to go to hell. You can't treat her in the exact same way that you would treat other people. She's Jewish. You can't say go to hell to a Jewish person. That's automatically anti-Semitic.
I don't think you guys know him, but certainly anyone who would employ him or probably
You see, like, this is just incitation to
even his parents would be pretty
harassment.
disappointed to see that. Although who knows? Here's his mom. I'm not gonna clip that for her. Oh, no, you know what? Fuck him. This is what you. Here's your
his
mom. I wonder if
mom.
she knows what you do on social media.
And then,
I'm not
like,
gonna
I'm
clip that.
pretty sure his crew tries to save him.
Here's his mom.
Oh my god, he went to the mother's Instagram. He went to the mother's
Probably even his
Instagram
parents would be pretty
account.
disappointed to see that. Although who knows? Here's his mom. I'm not gonna clip that for her. Oh, no, you know what? Fuck him. This is what you. Here's your mom. I wonder if she knows what you do on social media. And
Look at him, he's fucking gyrating. He's gyrating in anger.
your free time. You love your mama. Good thing she's not Jewish, eh, Joe? I love it. I love it. So anyway, best of luck to you out there, Joe. I don't know who you are, but you're a fucking asshole. And shame on you.
Shame on you. That's all he did.
Yeah. Let's see. Salute.
Awesome life update, guys. I'm officially
Oh, the guy responded?
beefing with H3H3. I got on Instagram for the first time in like a year, and I saw that they were at the top of my feed being Zionist douchebags, and I called them out for it. I just said some shit like, can't believe I used to look up to you guys, God hell or whatever. And then I get off Instagram because I'm never on there, and then my friend sends me a screenshot of my 4th of July party thing from 5 years ago on the H3 stream.
Imagine, like, you are so fucking cooked. You are just such a fucking old, washed up loser that you spend your days doing a podcast where you look at random people's Instagram and bring up their photos because they said go to hell to your fucking wife. Like, unbelievable.
Stalked my page and sent his fans on a witch hunt to comment and berate my family and stuff on Instagram. Super cool stuff. Honestly, it changed my mind. I think Zionism is good now because you sent your millions of fans to harass me and my family. You fucking loser. Vic Nation, y'all.
One last update on the H3 situation. His fans called in a bomb threat at the school that my mother teaches at, which in all reality was very merciful of them, considering what Zionists usually do to schools with bombs.
That was probably a joke. And then he started getting messages saying, you're going to be really sorry. You're being doxxed. Say goodbye to your mother. This was obviously what they wanted to happen. Your mother deserves hell. You're going to get killed. What a lovely name from Pastels and Strawberries. What a really lovely community Ethan Klein has fostered. I think there was like an Instagram story that he posted as well here. He said, my only regret is not finding more accounts to call out. I tried. This was the only person dumb enough to leave anti-Semitic hate comments. That was not even remotely an anti-Semitic hate comment. Give me a fucking break. From his real public account. Now, this type of racism, it's not fucking racism. He said, go to hell to an ethno-nationalist scumbag. Give us a fucking break. And his response to this is to say, I wish I did it more. I'm gonna do it again. Obviously, he needs to be fucking banned of everything for this. Like, it's one thing, you know, if someone is actually being anti-Semitic, which he was not, or being racist, which he was not, to like click their fucking Instagram profile and be like, hey, this guy's a racist or whatever. That would be one thing. But this is not that. It's a random guy just saying, go to hell to your IDF-assigned wife. It's not that. It's nothing nearly as bad to warrant that. And certainly, that even if he did that, that wouldn't warrant you literally doxing live on your stream his fucking parents. You guys have to understand, like, the thing, like, people are always like Ethan and his fans are like, oh man, I bet your parents, I bet your friends, I bet your place of work wouldn't like you if they knew what you say about us online, huh? Yeah, I bet you're fucking scared of being found out. I bet you're fucking afraid of that. Do you know what happened the other day? One of my friends, like, happened upon the clip of Ethan Klein screeching about me, like one of my real life friends. And, like, she knew that I'm a YouTuber, but she didn't know, like, the details of it. Like, she didn't know the sort of videos that I make and stuff. And this was the first time she'd ever actually seen it. Just happened upon it by accident. And you know what she said to me was like, is this you? And then she said, like, I hope you got a lot of visibility from this and you made a lot of money. What a fucking moron. He doesn't have a single, like, solid argument to say anything. And on top of that, it's obvious that he's doing cocaine. This is someone with no previous exposure to my content or YouTube drama. And when they see Ethan Klein trying to call people out and expose them, that's the result. You have to understand, like, the threat of Ethan Klein doxing you and contacting your parents and telling them what you say online is the least threatening thing in the whole fucking world. Ethan Klein's gonna tell my mummy that I told his ethno-nationalist wife to go to hell? Oh, I'm fucking terrified, man. You see, but the thing is, the point of even doing this isn't that. There's no way he genuinely believes that anyone's going to believe his fucking self-victimization bullshit narrative here. The point is that he's hoping that he sicks his fans on them and that they get killed. That's the actual point. The point is hoping that he thinks his insane, moronic, obsessed fan base, the ones who still remain, because you have to be insane, moronic, and obsessed to still remain, go and track this guy down and kill him or his family. That's what Ethan wants. There's no way he genuinely believes that, oh, I wonder what your mother would think if she knew that you said go to hell to Hila Klein on Instagram, is a, at all anything that anyone with a brain would ever be afraid of. Again, this is someone who claimed that I was like a international criminal mastermind doxer. And he has a fucking podcast where he just looks at random negative comments and doxes the person who said it. And he's like, here's a picture of your mother. That's your mother. Look at his family members, guys. Hey, where does he live? Hey, John Aziz, my John Aziz crew member. Abdullah Ayad. Where does he live? Oh, he lives in Dearborn? Ooh. Just in case you want to, you want to find his mother right there. You see her? That's what she looks like. Just in case you want to find her and make sure that they feel consequences for this mean Instagram comment on my wife's Instagram. That's a podcast? It's just trying to get people who leave negative comments about my shit fucking Zionist propaganda content killed. That's the podcast. That's what its name should be. And Ethan and every single person involved in this, all the crew members, should be permanently banned and deplatformed from everything. Zionism always devolves into this because ultimately Zionists cannot defend their arguments. Zionists know that they are disgusting Nazi ethno-nationalist fascists. So it always eventually devolves into this. Attempts at public shaming, and when the attempts at public shaming fail to do anything, fail to deter their victims, they move on to, here is their address, here is their family. I'm not responsible for whatever happens to them. Like, go to hell is the most generic fucking insult in history. And literally, doing that to someone because of that is utterly fucking insane and absolutely merits a permanent ban from YouTube. If nothing even happens to this channel as a result of that, the segment is still there, just up on their YouTube. Anyone else would have had at least the video removed by now by YouTube. And at the very least, they would get a warning. It is insane that it hasn't been removed yet. He clearly gets privileged treatment from YouTube to be allowed to just leave that shit up. If I did something like that, my channel would probably just be permanently banned. Zero warning, zero nothing. It's a fucking podcast exclusively about a man complaining that he's being criticized. That's all it is. And there's 10 crew members sitting there enabling it as well. Worst among them, the one who pretends to be pro-Palestinian, the John Aziz of the H3H3 podcast.